I'm just warning you right now, if you continue to kind of follow us around and monitor us like this, we will take you on and arrest you, okay?
We're not allowed to be in the Home Depot parking lot?
We know you're already trying to tell us. We're watching what you're doing with that.
All right, this is a very interesting, very fascinating video. This comes from the Black Conservative channel. The Black Conservative guy has a large platform, which is alarming in itself because he's leading a lot of people to be bootlickers. But in this particular video, which is very, very interesting, you have an ICE agent who is a federal law enforcement agent. Whatever you think about immigration, just put that on a shelf right now. This is a federal agent, a federal law enforcer who doesn't like the idea of being followed around and recorded and having his actions documented. So this guy is going to issue threats against the people who are following him around, trying to record him, trying to give transparency so the public can see what these federal agents are doing. And he threatens them with arrest. The Black Conservative is for this. The Black Conservative's audience, for the most part, is for this. So the most alarming part about this is not that tyrants are issuing their tyranny and threatening under the pretense of keeping America safe. The most alarming thing is that we have a whole bunch of sheep out here who accept this kind of behavior from the tyrants who are supposed to be protecting and serving and keeping America safe. So check this out. And there's a concept in here of respectful tyranny that he starts the video off with.
I like how respectful he is. I like how respectful he is.
Just wanted to warn you guys now. That's fine. You can record. Just want to let you know, if you continue to tell us, because we're already kind of watching you, then we're going to take you guys out of your vehicles and arrest you for impeding operations. So I'm just warning you right now, if you continue to kind of follow us around and monitor us like this, we will take you on and arrest you, okay?
We're not allowed to be in the Home Depot parking lot?
We know you're already trying to tell us. We're watching what you're doing with us.
Yeah, but...
Okay, so when we leave the Home Depot and we continue to see this car follow us, we're going to assume you're following us. We're not going the same directions, I'm pretty sure. So
is that illegal, though?
Yeah, it is. It is, actually.
Yes,
so that's
it
why
is.
I'm warning you. If you continue to follow us, you both will be arrested. I'm just warning you, because I don't want to have to do it. But if you continue to follow us, that is impeding our operations, and we will arrest you guys. So I'm just warning you now. Just warning you now. Okay, you guys have a good day, okay? Thank you.
I like how respectful he is.
Okay, so we're going to go over this video one more time and break it down. But the question was asked, is it illegal to follow you around and record you? And the Black Conservative says, yes, it is. As far as I know, it is not illegal to keep a safe distance and keep your eyes on federal, local, or state authorities. They are public servants. They're always watching us, always surveilling us, always using their facial recognition cameras to determine who we are, demand our IDs, but we can't do the same to them. We can't follow our public servants and hold them accountable and force them into transparency situations from a distance. How is that obstructing anything? How are you getting in the way of any operation? And even if it was illegal, any law that's repugnant to the Constitution is null and void. And it is repugnant for a public servant to say you can't exercise your right to record because I'll consider that obstruction and I'm going to arrest you. So let's go through this one more time.
I like how respectful he is. I like how respectful he is.
Just wanted to warn you guys now. That's fine. You can record. Just want to let you know, if you continue to tell us, because we're already kind of watching you, then we're going to take you guys out of your vehicles and arrest you for impeding operations. So I'm just warning you right now, if you continue to kind of...
In what way are we impeding operations by keeping a safe distance and recording your actions, officer?
Follow us around and monitor us like this, we will take you on and arrest you, okay?
We're not allowed to be in the Home Depot parking lot?
We know you're already trying to tell us. We're watching what you're doing with us.
Yeah, but...
Okay, so when we leave the Home Depot and we continue to see this car follow us, we're going to assume you're following us. We're not going the same directions, I'm pretty sure. So
is that illegal, though?
Yeah, it is. It is, actually.
Yes,
so that's
it
why
is.
I'm warning you. If you...
Did you hear what this guy says? He's right down here in the corner. I don't know if you can see him. Yes, it is.
So,
Is that illegal though?
yeah, it is. It is actually.
Yes,
so that's
it
why I'm
is.
warning you. If you
It is illegal, and we must conform. We don't need transparency for ICE agents. We just trust that everything they do is above board, and they're not going to be arresting Americans and throwing them in prison without charge, trial, or due process of law or anything like that. So we can completely trust that. Besides, it's illegal. When injustice becomes law, resistance becomes duty. So if it's truly illegal, that would be unjust. That would be unconstitutional. But all these conservatives who say that they care about the Constitution and yet support this kind of tyranny under the color of law are disgusting to me, especially the ones who have the large platforms who are influencing all the sheep who are just regurgitating the authoritarian nonsense that they've heard in their 15,000 hour indoctrination program called the Public Fool System. And we'll get to the social conformity aspect of this in a second.
continue to follow us, you both will be arrested. I'm just warning you because I don't want to have to do it. But if you continue to follow us, that is impeding our operations, and we will arrest you guys. So I'm just warning you
Good.
now. Okay, you guys have a good day. Okay, thank you.
This black conservative says, good.
And we will arrest you guys. So I'm just warning you
Good.
now.
He's going to arrest you. Who do you think you are recording in public? Who do you think you are exercising your right to freedom of the press? They should throw you into a cage if you dare exercise your American rights. How is that conservative? But let me show you some of the wacky, tyranny-accepting responses from some of the brain-pickled lemmings out there. Because there were plenty of responses by them about this video. Thank you, ICE. We the people support you. Obama deported millions and they were so quiet. Hypocrites. Yeah, I agree. There are hypocrites. The Democrats who hate what ICE is doing under Trump didn't hate what ICE was doing under Obama. That is a problem. I worked with Homeland Security officers and agents for many years. They're good people doing a tough job. They're just doing their jobs. They don't write the laws. They just obey and carry them out. Let them do it. Glad to see they're pushing back on these activities. Support ICE, our military and law enforcement officers, and our president. Thank you for your dedication and sacrifice to keep American citizens and our country safe by threatening American citizens who dare to exercise their First Amendment protected right to freedom of the press. Makes a whole lot of sense. Thank you for warning the idiots who dare to exercise their rights. Please let the police do their job of tyranny. That'd be like saying to the colonists, please let the redcoats just do their jobs. Stay out of their way. Done professionally, courteously, and succinctly. Great job, ICE. That's professional tyranny, courteous tyranny, and succinct tyranny. And Americans are all for it, especially conservatives. And the reason they're for it is because their president is a Republican. And if it's Republican tyranny, it must be okay. But don't you dare try to foist your Democrat tyranny on us. She's a Karen? She may be, but she wasn't acting like a Karen right then. He was, the ICE officer. This is called setting expectations. Great job. That was the warning before the F around and find out. At least he warned them respectfully, because, we all respect respectful tyranny. He stopped them from exercising their rights with kindness and warning at the same time. That shut them up. You've been labeled a Karen, and we ain't caring about your liberal tantrums while we accept conservative tyranny. He was very respectful about that. Their domestic enemies, a warning is too nice, talking about the people in the car, not the tyrannical ICE agents. These idiots think they're so smart. We support ICE. I wish all police officers were like him, very nice and straight to the point. Arrest them! Thank you for your service. And that leads us into this social conformity experiment. You got this chick right here in the purple who walks into a waiting room where there's a whole bunch of people who stand because there's this tone that's emitted. It's kind of like a buzzing in this doctor's office. And every time the buzzing goes off, everybody in the room stands except for her because she's not in on the experiment. Without any kind of questions, as they continue to stand every time the buzz makes its sound, she's eventually conditioned to also stand every time the buzzer goes off. So the people leave the room as they're called back into the office. The buzz keeps going on. And when the last person leaves the room, except for the receptionist at the desk, every time the buzzer goes off, she is so conditioned that when nobody else is in the room and the buzzer goes off, she stands. It makes no sense. She didn't ask any questions. She just went along with the crowd. And unfortunately, that's what we as human beings do. We just go along with the crowd. It's the same with the elevator experiment. You've got a whole bunch of people who are in on the experiment and they're facing the back of the elevator when they get on the elevator. And then when another person gets on the elevator, they look around and they see that everybody's facing the back, so they turn around and face the back too. But it's even worse on the elevator experiment because they'll be facing the back and then all of a sudden they'll just turn in the other direction and then they'll face the front and they'll turn in the other direction. And the whole time the person who's not in on the experiment just does what everybody else does. They don't ask questions. They don't smirk thinking this is ridiculous. I'm going to face the way I want to face. They just conform to the crowd. Our unfortunate reality is that so many people around us conform to what everybody else is doing, saying, and thinking that the limits of these tyrants are prescribed solely and completely by the endurance of those they oppress. So you've got a whole lot of people out there being oppressed, accepting tyranny, applauding tyranny, and in the case of this black conservative, promoting tyranny to their wide audiences, that threats like this become accepted and commonplace. It's like we're those frogs boiling in that water. At one time, it was nice and cool, then it became lukewarm, and now we've gone past the boiling point to where there's so many people that are just willing to conform without question that you got a whole grip of people who are applauding and demanding the chains of their own oppression as long as those chains come from their political party. And the added danger is that the social conditioning doesn't just stop there, but once the new convert is conditioned, they start making other converts who, while this guy actually asked a question saying, "Hey, what are you doing? It's just you and me in this room. Why are you standing up?" And she's basically like, "Well, that's what everybody else did, so that's kind of what I'm doing." And then the next time the buzz happens or the tone gets set off, she stands and then he stands and then he starts to perpetuate it. That's the problem with our society. People are just going along to get along. People become too terrified to ask questions and too petrified to go against the crowd lest they be ostracized and excluded. See, it's very important for people to be included in the crowd. So they're going to pick a side. They'll become Democrats or they'll become Republicans. They'll get involved in a political party. And then they start saying and doing and participating in ridiculous activities like supporting tyrannical actions against people who are just exercising their rights. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comments section below. If you want to support this channel, you can do it for free by liking this video, sharing it with everybody you know, grabbing a shirt, become a channel member, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, and I will see you in the next video.